You two, going back to another video. Yeah, man, we are reacting to the Eagles lost to the Bears. Obviously, this past Friday they lost to the Bears on Black Friday after Thanksgiving. It's tough. I ain't lie, it's tough right now, man. It's tough being an Eagles fan. Not gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? uh, yeah, it's tough being an Eagles fan right now, man. We lost two in a row, the Cowboys and Bears, and we gotta play the Chargers next Monday. Uh, I don't know how I feel about that shit, bro. The offense is terrible. Nobody's playing good on the offensive end. I'm gonna say this right now: we will not be going to the Super Bowl this year. Uh, I I don't know. Um, I don't see it. I know we beaten good teams. You know what I'm saying? We beat the Lions. You know what I'm saying? We beat you know what I'm saying? We beat the hmm, we beat the Packers, Rams, and shit like that. But it's very hard to uh it's hard to define what's going on with the Eagles right now. In my opinion, it's not going good, man. It's not going good. Saquon ain't having a good year. AJ's had a terrible year. Jalen really ain't had a. Jalen's been the best player, but he still hasn't had the best year. Devontae Smith has had his games. Dallas Goddard has been the most consistent player. That's the crazy part. Probably not the last two games, but before the last two games, yeah. I don't know, man. But let's hear from Jalen, man.
Finding that consistency and doing things for long stretches?
Combination of a lot of things. Ultimately, you look inward first, and I see it as how the flow of things have gone for us this year, and being practical about that. Can't turn the ball. I can't turn the ball over. So that's that's the ultimate goal: is go out there and find a way to win, and that's been a direct correlation with success for us being able to protect the ball, and so that really killed us.
What happened on the interception?
It's really escaping the pocket. I saw Kevin coming over, and I knew there's a chance he was going to be able to make a play on the ball. Just was trying to give him a chance and um, throw it to the sideline where AJ can try and go make a play on it. And I wasn't able to connect with him.
On the fumble, did you think your progress was stopped?
I was hoping it would stop, but it wasn't. Kind of similar to the New York game, just didn't blow the whistle as soon, and so that's not to point the finger at anyone else. I mean, I got to hold on to the ball. Um, definitely, definitely presents itself as an issue, and it always has. It's just never gotten us, and so today it got us, and it's something that we and I need to tighten up.
On that play, you mean? It presents itself as an issue on that particular play.
It's been like that for a very long time, yeah.
You started to figure out that play?
Yes, it's becoming tougher and tougher ultimately, but you know, again, me holding on to the ball, that's something I can control.
When you guys did have success offensively, it seemed like tempo was involved on the one big drive and also
Yeah.
late. What about that can you can't go tempo all the time. What about that can translate to when you're not
Yeah.
tempo?
Well, you're almost imposing your will on the defense, and you're in attack mode, and so I think aggressiveness looks different. It doesn't mean taking a shot every play. It doesn't mean throwing the ball down the field or doing the extreme things. It just means having an identity and sitting in that identity and going out there and living in that.
On the early third down slant to Devontae, was that a play you checked to? And then why did you guys not hook up there?
No, not a check. Was a two guys on two different pages, and that's a bit of the issues that we've kind of been having. We weren't detailed enough in that. I wasn't detailed enough in instructing him what to do as we prepared and making myself clear on that. And so, I'm trying to find as many particulars as I can when it comes to the level of execution we have, and that's a group effort that has to be there.
Jalen, is it a concern that it's week 13 and some of these, not being on the same page, whether it's a play like that or a penalty, that this is happening at this stage in the season?
It's not ideal. It's not something that you desire. But going off of how the flow of this year is gone, it's kind of similar to my response last week and saying no of any surprises of where we are. It's just a matter of picking ourselves up and continue to press forward and stay together in it and being committed to it.
What are you seeing in the run game? I mean, it seemed like Saquon had, some decent, decent gains and everything, but then, he only had, I think, 13 carries. Like, what was kind of going on there?
I know there's some that we all want back in the run game. Just from an overall execution standpoint, and I can't point to one thing and say this is what it is. Ultimately, we just got to take advantage of our opportunities when they are there. There can be a ton of different opinions on what or why, but when the opportunity is there, you have to strike. And we can't let the things get us, that have almost gotten us, and they're getting us now. And so we have to definitely regroup and reassess and find ways to eliminate the things that have held us back.
What do you think you and KP are now that you've been through this amount of games and you've had some ups, you've had some downs?
This is a conduct pressing of moving forward. That's it. Going out there and trying to find ways to move the offense down the field, put points on the board, and I'm always encouraging of sitting in an identity. And so we've all got work we got to do.
Do you have confidence in Kevin right now as a play caller?
Yeah, I got confidence in him. I got confidence in this team. I got confidence in us when we're collaborative. I got a lot of confidence when we have an identity. So I think that's the first thing that we got to establish that we've talked about.
We saw more run-pass option plays this game. Was that the game plan coming in, and was that just to take advantage of the fact that they were down at the linebacker position?
I can't say that was necessarily the game plan. We had some different things in to take advantage of what we thought were some opportune looks. It's just a matter of getting to those things through the midst of the game. So,
As we walked in tonight, we saw you and KP in extended conversation. Is there anything you can share about that conversation?
No, we're all pressing forward, trying to improve and make the most of the opportunity we have.
Because the push play is becoming tougher, as you alluded to moments ago, with the amount of playmakers you have on offense, and considering that was 3rd and short with potentially another chance to do something after that, how much would you have preferred to have maybe run a different play in that instance than the push play?
I can't fumble the ball.
What have your experiences taught you about when things aren't going the way that the way that you would like it to, how to best move forward to get out of it?
I got to definitely stay together. And stay committed to what the team is trying to accomplish in the end. It's no one ever said it was going to be easy. And we got to embrace the challenge. We got to embrace this time and respond to it the right way.
John, when you have as much talent you guys have on offense, and you guys focus so much on the ball security thing, which is obviously important, but is it not sustainable to focus so much on not turning the ball over and not taking advantage of being a little more aggressive down the field when you have those guys?
What do you mean? From what realm?
Well, versus being more aggressive throwing the ball as opposed to like being a little more conservative in terms of like worrying so much about the ball security.
Well, ball security is very important to going out there and winning games. I know that's been a perspective that people have had, or a narrative that's been built from the approach, but that approach is served as well. And I don't think that approach is an issue. I think we just have to go out there and execute. And again, you can be aggressive and still protect the ball. And so we've got to find that formula for us.
How will you spend this time? I mean, you've had a few of these longer breaks. Will you be a little bit different because there's some things that need to be worked out here than maybe?
I'll be working.
The best drive of the game came with you using your legs. Is that something, as you enter December, that needs to be done to improve this offense?
I'll be working.
I'll be working. That's a fucking fact. All right, let's hear from Saquon. See what Saquon had to say about the loss to the Bears. Bro, I'm very nervous of how the rest of the season is gonna play out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
2 losses in a row. What's your message to the guys after a defeat like that?
Oh fuck, AJ Brown spoke. Shit. AJ spoke. Oh fuck. Oh man.
Yeah. After 2 losses in a row, you gotta realize everything we want is still in front of us. And the way we do that is by staying together. We gotta address some things. We gotta fix some things, obviously.
Hey, I can hear y'all. I'm gonna go get my food real quick.
Out there in the field, we're not playing up to our standard, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But the way we fix that is by coming together, blocking out the noise, and try to go out there and get a win.
Last week you said the Cowboys maybe wanted it more than you guys. Did you feel that was the case today against the Bears?
I think they came out and they play hard. You always gotta give credit to them. They had a great game plan. They made plays. At the end of the day, they made more plays than we did. But I'm a big believer it always starts with us, especially with the guys that we have in the locker room, players and coaches. But we got to go back to the drawing board, take a couple of days off, and come back ready.
Do you think the answers are there to find right now?
Yeah, I think so. This game was weird. It was different. Felt weird out there. I think we just got to do a better job of, keeping drives going. That's kind of like the biggest takeaway I take from this game. And that's something that we have to address and we got to get better at.
What do you mean by
something
weird?
need to change? Does something big need to change to get the offense to function?
I don't think something big needs to change. The sky's falling outside the locker room. We understand that. But I have nothing but the utmost confidence in the men in his locker room, players and coaches included. And it's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us to come together, block out the noise. Can't be pointing fingers, all look internally, because everybody is contributing to the way we're playing right now. Literally every single body. And we all got to play better.
Saquon, what felt? The time possession 2-1 in their favor. What does that do to your defense when they're on the field all the time?
Doesn't help them. We know how great our defense is, but if we continue stalling out on drives and continue to send them out there, it's a National Football League. Those guys are going to make plays, so we got to do a better job for them.
When you guys were effective offensively, it seemed to be tempo involved and then some urgency involved. What about those situations do you think can translate maybe?
Yeah, I would agree with that. We've been successful going on the ball, tempo, and that's something that got to be addressed. Like I said, it's going to take all of us together. We got to fix some things. We know that, and that's something that maybe we can use as a tool. Especially during this deep run we're about to make.
Saquon, what felt weird about being out there?
For me, as a, running the ball, just like you'll have a 5-yard run, have a negative run, have a penalty, I think that was more the thing. I don't think we didn't get things going because guys weren't playing hard or we were missing blocks it was just little things like that. And I don't know the exact stat. I don't know how many carries I had, but I felt like the one drive, we popped 3 runs in a row. Obviously, we had a turnover, and then I think we only had 1 run. Or I think a running back only had 1 run. Jalen might have scrambled a couple times after that, but we know when we get the run game going how effective this team can be. So that's where it felt a little weird for me. I don't think we were we couldn't establish the run game, not because obviously they played a great game, or it wasn't like we were. I was missing reads or the line wasn't blocking up front, just kind of how the game flows, and it was a weird game in that case.
So does it make it more difficult when you see what the other team is doing in their running game and that too? 100-yard rusher? It seemed like it was easy doing.
Nah. I don't think so. I don't think it makes it more difficult for us. You can't worry about them. We just know like we got to do a better job of responding. When they're making plays, we got to respond, and when our defense make plays, we got to capitalize on it. And we haven't done a great job of that in this game, and to be honest, throughout the whole season. So, again, we got to look internally, and we got some things to fix, and we got some things to figure out. But the beauty of it, everything that we want is still there, and the way you do that is by doing it together.
It was 13 carries. Should that number be higher? It was 13 carries. Should that number be higher?
I can't get into how many carries I should have. Should be more. Should be less. I do know that I think the O-line came out and did a really good job. They're going to make plays. I feel like we took what they gave us, but again, sometimes the game dictates that, and we just got to do a better job of control of the game.
Do you feel comfortable sharing your ideas with the coaching staff in terms of what you think needs to be done?
Yeah, of course. I think that's the beautiful thing about being here. I've had multiple coaches in my career so far, and I think they do a really good job of listening to players. Obviously, it's not going to be like, well, I go there and I say, let's do this, and they're going to be, oh, Saquon said this, so we're going to do that. But they listen to us, and that's what it's going to take. I think, I don't think it's like a players meeting, because like player meetings, it sounds like the world's ending. I think we just got to continue to bounce ideas off each other and find something that sticks and go out there and make plays.
Saquon, you were saying earlier that from the outside it seems like the sky is falling. How do you guys on the inside in this locker room kind of keep it all together? Where does that come from, and how do you guys move forward doing that?
Yeah, I mean, the reality of it is, whether fans are booing, and trust me, we're not giving them anything to cheer about, especially on the offside the ball. Whether you guys write or say in the media, you guys can't go out there and make the plays for us. We got to go out there and make the plays. And we know that we have the guys, and we know that we have the coaches. I think we just got to go back to work. The way you break the season down, we went 4-2 and 4-2, and now we got to go on a little run before the season's over, and we know what we want, and we know what we want to accomplish, and everything that we want to accomplish is still there. It's still there, and we just got to come together. No pointing fingers, and I think we do that, we'll be all right.
Was that the message from Nick about the flow of the season so far, 4-2, 4-2?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a drug test, so I caught the back end of it. But knowing Coach, that's probably what was said, to be completely honest. He's a hell of a coach, and he does a really good job of, keeping us all together. And at the end of the day, like he has to be the one to, apply the message. But we gotta go out there and make sure that we living up to it, and that takes the leaders and everyone on the team to lock in and continue to follow the process and do it together.
Why isn't the offense executing week 13?
I think lack of execution. Again, like today, I had another penalty. I mean, like stuff like that can't happen. So.
Are guys getting schemed open enough?
Yeah.
So then why isn't the pass offense?
Execution.
Do you think the answers are there to find right now for you guys?
Absolutely. I mean, anything can get better. Just having a positive attitude towards it, and really focus on it and continue chipping away, So, like I said last game, like we got the right people in this locker room to get it fixed, and I believe that.
AJ, this is a team goes through series of momentum swings and so forth. You probably lost a little bit right now, but how confident is this team in terms of getting that momentum back on your side?
I don't even believe in momentum, to be honest. I think it's made up. It's about going out here and doing your job each and every week, and that's what it comes down to. And as a group, we just got to be better. That's everybody. So.
AJ, on the scoring drive you guys had, a 92-yard scoring drive, what was kind of working on that?
Which one?
Drive, the 92-yard drive where you had the touchdown catch? And then what was the difference between, the other drives that weren't working?
I think we executed. I know that's kind of sound redundant, but we just executed that drive, put it together.
Why do you think the execution has become an issue this year?
Different challenges. It's not the same as last year. It's not the same. Sometimes it's not the same week to week. It's not the same each play. It's just about dissecting those things as quickly as possible and, get on the same page and execute. So.
What do you think you've been so productive the last 2 weeks and most of the rest of the offense hasn't?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to make plays and help get us a win. So.
What did you think of the OPI call?
It don't matter.
I mean, physicality is
That's my answer.
part of your game.
That's my
yeah,
answer.
all right.
Thank you.
As one of the leaders of the team, what role do you feel like you have to try to make sure that things don't snowball from here?
Just remaining positive and coming to work with a chip on your shoulder to get it better, to get it fixed. Having those conversations that need to be had, and just keep going, keep chopping wood and carrying water, man. So.
I'm sure the questions are getting repetitive. The answers are getting repetitive, right? Like it's getting late in the year. Why hasn't there been the improvement to this state when each week we're asking the same types of things?
And each week I'm gonna continue to say, like, we're gonna keep trying to figure it out. I think, like I said, just at times we just got to be better, because there's times we do execute and times we don't, and we just got to continue to just keep going.
Does that get harder the further you get into the season?
Of course, because you're racing for time, to try to get it fixed. So.
Are changes needed?
As in what?
Whether it's personnel, whether it's coaching staff.
That's a crazy question.
That's a what?
Crazy question. Yeah, for me, absolutely, it's crazy. But no.
I know you say last year doesn't matter, but the fact that you guys have been successful with the offense and scoring points last year, does that give you confidence? Does that give you confidence that you can turn this around quickly?
I just think you just can't hang your hat on last year. Like I said, we do have the men in this locker room to get it fixed. And we are a confident bunch anyway, and we believe in what we do. And we just got to get on the same page and just execute. So.
Is that confidence still there?
Absolutely. I mean, you can't let hard times humble you. It's 2 games back to back. Obviously we want to try to get things going, but you got to remain who you are, regardless of the trials that you're going through. And I'm sure we will.
Sorry, when you have voiced frustration before, it hasn't really exclusively been about you. It's been about the pass offense and the offense just functioning at a high level. And yet we've kind of seen this now, dating back into 2023, with the pass offense. That's a pretty large sample when it has not been functioning, I guess, the way you'd want it to function. Is there a unifying theme? Is there something that really has made it difficult for you guys to be consistent through the air?
It's just different looks. Guys are playing us different, and lack of execution. I'm gonna keep saying that. They are making it tough for us. They're making it tough for us to run the ball, and we just got to be on the same page when we do pass the ball, and that's something that we can continue to work at. And like I said, I'm confident about it. We're gonna get it fixed. We're gonna keep trying for sure. So.
Is it fair to say though that the thing that's really changed the biggest for this offense is how much teams are concentrating their efforts on stopping the run? Because we look at the stack box,
absolutely.
Great numbers, and
absolutely, they're making it extreme tough to run the ball, and we have to run the ball. We have to, that's how you get the game going, and I think today was a unique situation because we got down and the time was running, so we were forced to throw the ball. So we didn't run the ball as much, and so that's kind of how the game goes when that running game is doing really well too. So it takes time away from the clock.
Thanks, AJ.
Appreciate it.
Schematically, just improvements we need to work on when it comes to technique and playing certain schemes. They did a lot of stretch and cutbacks and different things like that, and so we just have to be.
All right, you too, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Honestly, y'all heard AJ. I was making my food, so I kind of was hearing everything. Lack of execution. Bro, the offense has got to get better. They got to come together Jalen, Saquon, AJ, and Devontae, and the offensive line. Saquon and the offensive line gotta get on the same page, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're saying all the good things, but bro, Saquon has not had a good year, and it's because the offensive line is not setting him up for success. Same thing goes for AJ. The plays that they're running is not for AJ. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to run it through AJ because it worked with Saquon last year. And now that it's not working out for AJ or Saquon, we're stuck. And we can go through Jalen Hurts, but you got Saquon, AJ, and Devontae. It's like you gotta make how come the Detroit Lions, how come Gibbs, St. Brown, and all of them are working perfectly? Look at the Bills, Josh Allen, James Cook. Look at the Rams, Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams, Williams, the running back. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like the Patriots are looking good, bro. The Chiefs, nah, I can't say the Chiefs. Bro, there are teams out here that's looking good, like the Seahawks, bro, the Colts. Come on, bro. Man, hopefully y'all enjoy the video, man. I really hope we can go to the Super Bowl, but it ain't looking like it. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if y'all new. And I'm out, bro. Come on, Eagles. Y'all gotta beat the Chargers on Monday, bro. Real shit. We gotta finish off strong. Real shit, bro.